I am Lechonk.
Sorry, what?
You heard me.
Wait, are you crying?
No, these are tears of power.
So power crying?
Taste my salty fury.
Ew!
Ladies, gentlemen, and
Trainers of all ages, with the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet right around the corner, it's time to go over something particularly important. The new Pokemon. Whether you've been following all of the new trailers and announcements or not, one thing that we all care about when it comes to a new Pokemon game are the new faces that we'll have around. So today we'll be talking about the 23 new confirmed Pokemon shown so far, and at the very end, with a spoiler warning before it happens, I will also show you the leaks of the starter evolutions too. As while we don't normally cover leaks on this channel, this is particularly important information to help you make an informed decision when you start up the game for the first time that hasn't yet been officially released. So to start off then, what are the base forms of the starters? The ones that you'll likely spend the most time with on your journey depending on your choices. Well, for grass, we have everyone's favorite red-eyed happy cat, Sprigatito. Full of life and ready to tackle the day, this cat is excited to dish out punishment to all of your opponents. It is known to produce a sweet smell to make other Pokemon not even want to battle, and it bathes in sunlight to produce energy, so you know, photosynthesis and stuff. After that, we have the fire starter, Fuecoco. This beautiful two-legged crocodile almost looks like an apple, and he's lovely. I know that it's technically supposed to be a pepper, but I always see him as an apple personally. The little shape above his head is actually made of fire, and apparently when excited, even more fire will come out. Then finally for the starters, the water starter is Quaxly, the pompadour-laden duck. This is my personal favorite of the starters. I know that's not the popular opinion, at least within my friend group, but I love him and I cannot wait to bring him through to the very end with me. He apparently has quite strong legs from all the swimming, because, you know, he's a duck, and apparently the hair is actually made from a gel produced by its feathers.
Is that a hair gel?
Moving on from starters then, we still have 20 more, and so let's begin with a lovely little pastry dog, Fido. Yes, you heard that name right, Fido. The puns are strong so far, they nailed this one. This is a fairy Pokemon, which I suppose makes sense when you consider it in depth. After all, a dog actually made out of pastries would simply not be able to exist for long because I would eat it when I'm hungry. Apparently in combat, these Pokemon will puff up their pastry bodies in order to intimidate their opponents, and I can't deny this is on the list of Pokemon that I want for myself just to see what it can do in the long run. We also have Lechonk, the big old pig Pokemon. This is just a pure normal type, at least for now. We'll see what happens if it gets an evolution. It supposedly has quite the unpleasant smell and is extremely strong, as its entire round body is mostly muscle despite looking like fat. Then there's also Smoliv, a grass normal type. This Pokemon lives up to its name quite clearly. It's just a tiny little olive guy trying not to absolutely break down with anxiety in its every waking moment. It can also shoot oil out of the olive on its head to slow down its opponents. After that, we have Klawf, the absolutely massive lad of a crab, who is a pure rock type, and I love him. It's just a simple yet beautiful design. He is simply known for his large, powerful claws, and you know, that's fair enough. There is also Pawmi, a small electric type rodent, who is, well, sort of just an orange Pikachu, but with some extra bits going. Maybe I'll change my mind if it gets any evolutions that drastically alter it, but for now, this one just seems like another Pikachu clone to me. We've also got Grafaiai, who is a pretty badass looking poison/normal type little monkey dude. I like his general design, it's quite fun, seemingly like a mix of regular monkey and a poisonous frog, with all the colorful markings to denote how dangerous it is to get close to it. Then we've got Satitan, an ice type which sort of just looks like a small whale that was given legs. I don't necessarily dislike or like this one, I just think it's alright. Maybe my opinion will change upon seeing it in game, but this one is just sort of okay to me. After that is Bellibolt, who is a cartoonish little frog electric type that I think is just fantastic. He is real silly looking, but in a cute way for sure. Apparently his special technique is that he can store charge towards his next attack when he gets hit, and that's pretty neat and fitting for his design with that little knob on his stomach. There is also another dog Pokemon in Grifard, this time being a ghost type, and he looks just so lovely. A big fluff ball with a candle on his head. This one is just sort of sad, honestly, as it's known to be quite affectionate towards humans like a regular dog, but it slowly and inadvertently absorbs the life force of those around it. So, you know, big happy dog with really mean side effects.
This dog is killing me with cuteness.
We've got the chest Pokemon Gimmighoul, another ghost type. This is a little dude who hangs out inside of a treasure chest full of gold coins, but he has another form where he leaves the chest behind and just sort of runs around looking for more goodies as well to put in it. From this point, we are going to look at some returning friends with a Paldean form, and also some that have gotten a new evolution. Then we'll talk about the version exclusives, and then of course the legendaries. Technically, this one isn't a Paldean form, but a whole new Pokemon in itself, Wigglet. I put it in this section because because, well, it is clearly just a Diglett but long and white, so I refuse to accept that it isn't related. This is a water-type Pokemon, and I will do my absolute best not to make jokes about the way it looks. It's hard. The only proper Paldean form that we know of then is Paldean Wooper. While the original is a water/ground type, this one is poison/ground, and as a result of putting a poisonous film over itself to avoid from drying out within this region. As for a brand new evolution for an existing Pokemon, you know Girafarig? Well, how about Farigiraf? Yes, they just turned the name sort of inside out, and yes, that's quite fun. And yes, it does just look like Girafarig is wearing its tail as a big angry hoodie, but it's great. It keeps the original typing of normal/psychic as well. I just really like this one. Moving on from that, then we have some version exclusive Pokemon. This one coming exclusively to Pokemon Scarlet is Armarouge, a massive gladiator looking humanoid Pokemon with cannons for arms and a fiery plume coming out of its head. This one is a fire psychic type and it looks incredible. Its counterpart coming exclusively to Pokemon Violet is Ceruledge, a fire ghost type. This particularly large futuristic knight has swords for arms and more of a blue or purple flame going out of its head. Both of these are pretty cool designs in their own right, and they may help you choose which of the games that you wish to buy. As for some that are confirmed but not fully revealed, we also have one that is shown in the art book for Pokemon Scarlet called Great Tusk. It is believed to be a ground fighting type and more than likely related to the existing Pokemon Donphan. The counterpart to that one showing up in the Violet art book is called Iron Treads, believed to be a ground steel type and once again still related to Donphan. With that, let's talk about the Legendaries. The base form of this creature, which may even be around quite early in the game for all of us to have, is called Cyclizar. It is known as the Mount Pokemon and it can turn into a motorcycle because why the hell not? It is Dragon/normal type and it can apparently run at over 70 miles per hour while carrying a human on its back, so, you know, pretty solid speed on that one. The main legendary for Pokemon Scarlet then is Koraidon, a big red dragon with frills and a braid. This thing just looks pretty awesome, while also being quite crazy. We don't know its type or a whole lot about it other than it is a main legendary for this game. Its counterpart then in Pokemon Violet is Miraidon, which is much more futuristic looking and sleek. I choose to do my best to avoid talking about the fact that it has two bulbous back legs and a long winding cylindrical body, but the head looks quite cool without a doubt. And now I'm going to put in a heavy spoiler warning. Turn away now if you don't want to see them. I'm about to start talking about the evolutions for the starters for anyone who does want to know. But again, if you do not want to see them, here is your last warning for potential spoilers, and here we go. Going in the same order as we talked about these starters at the top, then Sprigatito, the grass cat, first evolves into Farigiraf, a dark grass type. It starts to stand on two legs. I know, people wanted it to stay on all fours, but it is what it is. And then it evolves finally into Meowscarada. It is described as the magician Pokemon, and it has quite the interesting design to back that up. As for Fuecoco then, its first evolution is called Crocalor, which for all intents and purposes is just Fuecoco with a glowing sombrero. It's great. It's just great. Its final evolution then is named Skeledirge, and it is just a big old long proper crocodile with fire shooting out of it, and it is a fire ghost type, which absolutely fits the concept of a pepper, so I can definitely get behind that. Then finally we have my boy Quaxly, whose first evolution is Quaxwell. It gets a bit of a deeper blue going on and its hair gets even bigger, which is great. Then finally it evolves one last time into Quaquaval, a big dancer looking duck covered in the blue gel from its feathers. This one is a water fighting type and I cannot wait to see it in action. That's it everyone, every new Pokemon currently revealed officially, as well as a short section about the leaks of starter evolutions just to help you make an informed decision upon release. I hope you've enjoyed this video and definitely look forward to more coverage of this game on the channel upon release. We'll be trying our best to find the things that you're looking for and tell you where they are and how to get them. Like if you like the video, subscribe to the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.